We're on to learning unit number 14. So I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. For this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know for the rest of this course. So that's going to be inclusive of learning unit number 14, which you can see is a shortened learning unit, and that's to allow more time for you to study for final exams next week. And it's also going to include the course evaluations that I so hope that you take a moment in the last 2 weeks of classes to complete, and a finals week, a final course reflection. So I'm going to go over all of that information. It's all now available to you. So let's start with learning unit number 14. In this learning unit, we get to share all the hard work that you have done developing health promotion programs. So we're going to learn from one another, and we're going to also learn how to provide peer evaluations, how to give feedback to another person, which is a critical piece of learning in nursing. It's important that you best understand how to give feedback and feedback for improvement. So you're watching this video. So Unit 14 is identifying the information. Did your group, not your group, but did another group that you watched their health promotion program, their presentation, did they identify goals? Did they have the rationale? Did they use SMART outcomes? Had a plan for implementation? And so you're going to be able to provide feedback to that group and respectfully recommend ways to improve to that group. So you're going to be doing a discussion board, a learning unit number 14 discussion board, but you're going to use a form that I've developed for you. So you're going to use this form as you're watching another group's presentation, and then you're going to use that information in your discussion board. I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a minute. And you're going to complete your student evaluation survey if you have not already. So those are the outcomes for this final learning unit, which is a shortened learning unit. So here's the peer evaluator form. And when you click on here, you can also download it by clicking on the 3 dots, as you probably know. But I'm showing you what that paper is about. So again, as you are watching another group's health promotion presentation, you are going to be completing this. And so you can see points possible, points earned. This is what you're going to add, and you're going to provide the rationale for why you gave this group either a 5, a 9, a 10. You're going to, no matter what grade you give, you're going to, or points you give, you're going to provide the rationale. Did they provide a summary of their goals? Did they provide a summary of the data, of the evidence? You know, nursing is evidence-based. So did they provide a summary of the evidence and a model, a theoretical framework of their health promotion program? For instance, the proceed, proceed model. So that's going to be worth 30 points. So what points did they earn, and what was the rationale for you giving them that point? Did they have a plan for implementing it? Did it include the timeline, number of meetings, length of the meetings or sessions, and a brief outline of what they were going to do for each meeting and session? Then you're going to look at the summary of their SMART outcomes. Did they have outcomes that would truly show whether or not their program would be effective? Were they SMART outcomes? Were they measurable? Were they specific? And did they give you enough information? So if they said, 90% would complete a survey, did they at least have a question or two about that? Something that you could actually see and know that they were in the process of developing and had a good tool to use. And for the format, this is a visual presentation, but they should have the evidence as far as their citations or I'm sorry, their citations for the evidence that they have cited. And were they clear? Were they organized? That's the 10. So formatting, usually you think of written. Well, they should probably have a written citation of the evidence, but other than that, they don't need to have any other aspects written, but they probably will have slides so that you can look at and make sure that that it's clear. And were they practiced? Did they do a professional presentation? Were all group members were all group members there and participating? We always can improve, right? Any presentation we give, we can improve. I can improve upon my videos if I did them and practiced them. So you can tell, did they practice? Did they work well together? So that's the form that you're either going to cut and paste or you're going to attach it to the discussion board. So you're going to use that form as you do the following. There is no group 1, so you won't even see this. You're going to do group 2. So there's group 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. There's going to be 7 links. Now, you do not choose which one you do. I'm going to tell you which one everyone's going to do to assure that every group is evaluated by another group. So in a minute, I'll tell you. So when you click on here, you will see a link. Now, if you want to watch all of them, you go. That's totally up to you. But you are going to evaluate one. And let me tell you who you're going to evaluate. That's in the discussion board. So for this, you're going to group 2 members are going to view and evaluate group 3's presentation. Group 3's members are going to view and evaluate group 4's presentation. Remember, we don't have a 5, so group 4 members will view and evaluate group 6, their presentation. Group 6 is going to view and evaluate group 7's, and group 7 members are going to come back and evaluate group 2's. Okay, so you can see how that assures each one is evaluated. So again, you're going to use the peer evaluation form that I just went over. Either attach it, copy and paste, doesn't matter to me. Provide feedback to that group. Recommend ways that they could improve. And no reply is required. So that is Unit 14. Remember, it's a shortened learning unit. Your course evaluation surveys, please, please, please do that. I do not see your individual responses. I only see after grades are submitted. I only can see the aggregate responses. So as a group, no names. And again, grades have been submitted by the time I get that information. So please allow me the same courtesy as you are giving to your peers by providing some feedback. Then the same time that the learning unit number 14 is available, I am also opening the final course reflection. And you can see it's due December 11th. And the reason for that is the last day of finals week. That is the last day I can accept any final course reflection, which is worth 80 points. I cannot accept it if it's December 12th. It has to be submitted by December 11th. I want to be clear on that. So what is your final course reflection? The assignment is to submit it. Okay, so that's pretty easy. And then you know that for this course, we've had 4 course outcomes. So you can read at the end of this course, the student will be able to, and you will be able to do these 4 things. So how do we know that you can do these 4 things? Well, number 4 is easy because you have had a huge assignment of an evidence-based health promotion program, designing and planning and preparing to implement that with other healthcare students. And so that one's easy enough, right? But 1, 2, and 3, you can read through these and I think you will understand them very clearly. Number 3 is written at a high level that's a little confusing. So let me help you to understand, and I'm hoping everybody's watching this video so they can get the best grade possible. Sorry, while I take a drink. Let me help you to better understand course outcome number 3, which is determine how a population's health status, outcomes, and quality of life can be improved through socio-political involvement and healthcare development. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example or two. The definition of socio-political is something that involves both social and political factors. Okay, easy enough. An example of something that is socio-political is, I'm going to give you an example, vaping among teens. Okay, so one group did vaping among teens. So maybe you're going to look at this in a different lens with your, to answer this, you might be looking at it based on your health promotion program. Maybe not. Maybe it's some of the readings. But how do I know it's socio-political? So here is the information. Access to e-cigarettes is influenced by both social attitudes towards health promotion, such as the attitudes towards that teens may have about avoiding tobacco product use, and it's also based on federal and state laws, because we have federal and state laws that regulate sales of tobacco products. For instance, we have a federal law. It's called the Tobacco 21 law, that no one under 21 can purchase tobacco, whether it's vaping products or cigarettes, e-cigarettes, it doesn't matter. Chewing tobacco, we have a federal, countrywide law. Then we have state laws, and you know how state laws can differ radically based on our helmet law review. And, or I'm sorry, that was for a different course, so forget that. But state laws can radically differ. And in some states, they restrict the sale of flavored products. So for vaping, they know that to market to teens, teens will purchase vaping or flavored products over non-flavored products because, you know, to get someone addicted to tobacco, if you do it with a flavored product, it's much easier, and especially for teens, than unflavored. So that's one example that is both social, so how do they feel towards, teens feel towards avoiding tobacco product use, and political. What are the laws? Another thing may be something socio-political for health promotion might be nutrition. I know one group has used ultra-processed foods or looked at ultra-processed foods. So social might be the socioeconomic status of a family, right? So you know socioeconomic status includes whether someone is employed, their educational level. So usually employment, how much money they make. So you know that employment would also be health care, right? In our country, health care is associated with full-time employment, typically. So, so ultra-processed foods, if you have a group, so culturally and socially, if you have those that are unemployed, no health care insurance, low income, then they may be more likely to use ultra-processed foods and to eat ultra-processed foods because it's cheaper. Now, and then as far as federally, we know that insurance, there is all kinds of issues right now with people who have been on the Affordable Care Act, get their health insurance through that. There's been a lot of changes and confusion right now. So if they're underemployed, maybe two part-time jobs and they don't have health insurance, that is more of a political issue, and especially in our country where we know that health insurance is a privilege, not just a right. So those are just two quick ways of helping you to understand that. So those are the outcomes. So next is the actual assignment. And again, you have to submit it by December 11th. And it's a review again of the 4 outcomes. And you're going to describe how you met each of these 4 learning outcomes. And you're going to do that by giving examples from this course, the learning activities of this course, which were discussion boards, they were papers, you did a health promotion project, you did a collaborative document. So you're going to tell me how you met each of the 4 learning outcomes. And it should be about a 2-page Word document. You're going to upload it to this right underneath it. This is my instructor view, so you're not going to see the box where you can upload it, but it will be on yours. And make sure you put your name on it. The easiest way to do it is put number 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your paper. You don't have to put the outcome on your paper. You can just put 1 and then tell me ways that you met this outcome. For example, in learning unit number 2, I did the discussion, we had readings, explain it a little bit more clearly. So here's the criteria again for 80 points is that your content reflects clearly and succinctly that you met the student learning outcomes, each one of them. It's personal and meaningful. It doesn't have to be APA formatted. You just need to show me that you found this course that you learned what you should have in this course, and tell me ways in which you found it personally meaningful within your answer. I hope that's clear. It's your conversational manner, a conversational tone. It doesn't have to be a formal tone is kind of what I'm getting at with both of those. And it's clear, it's organized, minimal spelling errors, no APA formatting required. So that is going to be your final course reflection, and that is going to be your last assignment. Again, please look at the due dates because the final course outcome is a modified period of time, last day of your final exams, and look at your dates, and I'm scrolling up, sorry. Look at the dates too for Learning Unit 14 because it is a shortened week. Sorry to be so long, but I want to make sure that you had all the information, and I thank you for all your very hard work. I look forward to meeting you more in person besides our one brief meeting, and have a wonderful holiday break. Thank you.